Peace all, RaReKaBaMystics here of RaReKaBaMystics and Apparel and Aspire Higher. I hope you're all doing beautiful, being you to the full, And yes, welcome to this segment where I'm going to talk about the North Node and the South Node, right? I have a meme for Uproot and Aspire Higher that quotes, no, stop leeching and get to know your North Node, right? The North Node represents where the lunar nodes is on its axis in a certain constellation, north and south. North representing the way forward in this incarnation, and then the South Node representing where you've already been in your last incarnation or your most prevalent incarnation. So, the constellations are all teachers, like the planets, and the houses that we come into. Because, like Earth is a school, right? Earth is the school of life, okay? And Earth is not our only abode. When we go into different dimensions, and we are, remember, first and foremost, spirit, and then matter thereafter, okay? So with that, we come to Earth to learn, to grow, okay? And the North Node again represents your destiny, and your South Node represents your past. Well, there, okay? Give thanks. Tree climbing, right? So that's the trailer font, man. Shit. North Node, South Node. North is where you're going, South is where you've been, okay? And so, with that, with the meme that said, stop leeching, get to know your North Node, with further research, I've realized that the best way to really move into your North Node self is to know the polar axis, polar opposite, or the polar complementary, which is the South Node. So because you've already been there, the reasons why people, astrologists usually say, like, go for your North Node, go towards your North Node, is because that is what you're supposed to be embodying in this incarnation. But the North Nodes are polar opposites. It's like, it's the opposite sign. Like, Aries opposite sign is Libra, Pisces opposite sign is Virgo, Aquarius is Leo, and so forth, right? And all the signs, they kind of embody each other, but it's from different aspects, from the light and the dark aspect, or from the yin and the yang aspect, or from the high vibration or the low vibration. Every sign, as well as it being like, we have the summer months and the springtime, which is the rebirth and the thriving, and then we got the resting and the maturing with the autumn and the winter, right? They within those aspects, they also have a low and high vibration. Even in the rebirth, you can have a low and a high vibration. In the thriving, you can have a high and low vibration, depending on what you're thriving towards or what you rebirthing, and the same likewise for the autumn and the winter months. So it's important to understand your South Node, to really, pick up the lessons and see what you're already working with, what you already know, because you already will be very familiar with that sign. You will either struggle with some aspects of it and really thrive in other aspects of it. So once you can be balanced in that South Node, understanding lessons, ways of going forward, then you can really thrive in the North Node. So as much as we want to get to know the North Node, yes, paramount, because that's what you're incarnated in this life to be about, okay? But it's really important for, like we say, African proverb, we have the Sankofa, and which I'll probably inspire high with trying to look back, right? Be in the present moment, not too far back and not too far forward. Be present right now. See what you need to change right now, and how you can utilize both energies to be your best self. Learning from your past so you can move forward in the future, i.e. learning from your South Node so you can move better in your North Node, but right now. So what are the things that you need to change? What are the things that you need to improve? What are the things you need to grasp? What are the things you need to let go of in regards to what you were to where you want to be, or where you should be, where you should move forward to, So yes, definitely get to know your North Node, but like as equally important, you also have to get to know your South Node. It's really important, because then we have more balance, we have more balance, because again, both the signs, they're polar opposites, so they have a yin and a yang side of it. It's a more introspective side of the same coin, where on the other side it's more extrovert or introvert, you know, what's the in between, ambivert, is it? Yes, and that's what we want to get into, Carl Jung. We want to be in the ambivert section or sector, and that is where we are more balanced, we are more zen, we're more yen. I know what does yen mean, I don't know, that just came through, let me know. Yeah, so that's the way forward. Again, to reach the balance is not to be too in the past or not too far in the future. We have to be present right now, utilizing both the knowledge that we have from the past and the knowledge for what we want to come into to move and be balanced right now. Okay, because we never know, we don't know, tomorrow is not promised, you know. And I know there's a lot of things going on with deaths and stuff like that, but with that, try and not to fuel it. We all know it's a ploy. We all know these things are, you know, we have to be, to make sure that we are not the ones in them situations, is to understand ourselves and keep working within ourselves, to not just going out into places where you get yourself into these kind of situations and no one brings it upon themselves. It's just the path that they chose to take. You know, that no one willingly is going to walk into something like the situations that's currently occurring, but you don't put energy behind that, because it is sorcery that there. It's a way to fuel you. You know, when we had I don't know what year it was, I remember I still had my locks. I did a recording. We had these masses of shootings or killings or something somewhere. It was in England, yes, and it was like almost worldwide. It was the beginning of the year kind of situation. And careful, children. And yeah, it's an energy harvesting system. It's a ritual. Yes, like the more people are sad, the more people get that energy. It's same like fear. We've been speaking a lot about this fear in the pandemic, where we, you know, if you fear the coronavirus, then it comes closer to you. If you fear, if you give energy to those situations, if you get upset, if you get riled up, because I've heard a lot of people, I'm gonna have to find that video. I've heard a lot of people saying they've just, the whole day just got all the way fucked up. They've been really upset. They just don't know what to do. We have to do something, and it's true. We do need to, you know, organize. But first we have to organize ourselves. First we have to organize within, you know, understanding our yin and our yang, you know, and being balance. And that's why the North Node and South Node is so important for you to know, because we don't want to be just more in the moment and just moving with certain things that may not be for our highest good, you know. And it, of course, always with these mass shootings, killings and stuff like that, it's always a way to sound like a revving machine. There's something like that, like revving, amping up the fuel from you to feed the bigger picture, which is to keep people subjugated to lower consciousness, like dense energy, demonic fields, and keeping that fueled, because you know spirit is everything. Spirit is everywhere. We know that, and it's like there's spirit, there's good, there's bad. It's all around right now, you know. And the more you cry and the more you get upset, the more you get angry, the more you get all, again, revved and riled up, the more you are feeding the system that wants to get you that, because it's a ploy. It's a ploy, you know. I think I've said enough. It's a ploy. So watch out, y'all. Don't feed the beast. This is what that spiritual warfare is all about. They get you through your emotions. Okay. Well, like I said, I think I said enough, and babies are there swinging on the tree, enjoying life, and I bid that you too will, you know. And you know, oh my God, it's a must we stay outside, you know. The more you stay inside, the more like, I don't know about you, but every time I stay inside, sometimes I can't, I got my own shit going on, right? And the more you stay inside, the more claustrophobic you become spiritually, mentally, and physically. Like, there's no room for breathing, and you know, like, breath is life, breath is everything, you know. So stay away from wearing these masks everywhere you go, you know. If you like, you know, some people that work in with public and stuff, I understand why they would, but remember, you like, it helps you even with your immune system. Out in the air, right, the air is full of airborne diseases are rife all the time. Okay, we live with animals, like we have animals all around, we have all this pollution and stuff. You get immune by being out there, but the best immunity is the first immunity within. If you take care of your body to begin with, if you're not eating the shits, if you're not like hanging around with people that lower your vibration, if you're not fearing, if you're not ill-willing to yourself and others, you know, your vibration, your immunity will be high, so you can be outside and breathe. It's so important, because the more you have your masks on, right, the more you'll breathe, you're just taking back in the dead air if you have it. And if you're not even being able to breathe naturally, because it's a thing, because a lot of us aren't breathing normally anyway, besides the whole corona thing and having to wear the mask. You know, deep breaths are really important. You know, I'm still working on that. You know, it's really important that we take time to breathe and take time with our breath. Slow down the pace of our breath. Let the whole body intake the breath. You know, because, you know, from our toes to our head, we need to oxygenate our body. So that means like deeper breaths than what we've been doing. Okay. Yeah, it's really imperative. I feel like this could be a good recording day today, but I haven't got everything I need to do other back on schedule. Peace out. Sheep.